What is good, ladies and gentlemen? We're going live for the mother shit. Hey, Arsenal career mode episode 2. This is the first episode that we're gonna have with a little bit of gameplay in it. So shout out first of all before we even get going. Shout out everybody who came through, left a like, commented, just watched the career mode. I'm excited. Listen, I ain't done a career mode in a while. And like I said in the press conference, like there is no, the only team, honestly, the only team that I would have came back to do a career mode for would be Arsenal. I'm excited. I'm excited to come back. And the fact that people are so excited to have me back and watch this career mode is just making me even more excited. So shout out to everybody who came through and left a like, comment, suggestions, anything, man. Shout out to my boy Wolfie for sharing the video and even being a part of episode 1 with the questions. You know, shout out all of that. Yeah, I appreciate it all, but this is just the beninging, people. It's only the beninging, bro. Listen, my career modes, they're lit. They're lit. They've been lit. So, you know, this is hopefully going to be a real long one, real unique. As always, I shoot for uniqueness and all that. And it started off well because Lacazette slid through on goal 7 minutes into the game. Through on goal. On his left foot, just drives it across the goalkeeper. Lacazette, I did say I was going to put my faith into Lacazette and the Frenchman in this first season at the very least. And 7 minutes, like I say, 7 minutes is all it took. Now, I was a little worried when I scored this goal 7 minutes in. And the way it was scored, this was one of the easiest goals I've ever scored on FIFA, I ain't going to lie. I kind of just jogged. You saw with Pepe, I just jogged into the middle of the pitch. Lacazette made that typical run that FIFA AI just can't seem to deal with, that diagonal run, that angled run, and they just don't track the run. I don't know where it is, I don't know why, but it was a little too easy. I was a little bit worried playing on ultimate difficulty and compare mode. You know, I want a challenge, and that goal was a little bit easy, but we were pegged back. 22 minutes in, Jordan Henderson with a I don't know what accomplished. I mean, it's a real cool finish. You got to give him a little bit of credit for that. We were carved open as Firmino was slid through. I mean, we were caught off guard as we lost the ball, and the ball was slid through to Firmino. Leno came out and done a great job, but Henderson putting it in. I was a little bit worried. The guy on the line, I think it was Saliba. Or maybe it was Xhaka right there. I don't know why he didn't jump and try and header it. You know, just jump. Simple tasks. Just jump. But he didn't jump and try and header it. But yeah, pegged back a little bit right there. Speaking of Bernd Leno making a really good save, as we are absolutely just disrespected. It was like Firmino. It must have been Firmino is the only man, not only skillful enough to pull it off in a game, but disrespectful enough to even attempt it. Been hearing a lot of people saying that the AI and compare mode do too many skills. And from my experience, it's not that they do too many skills. From my experience, it's that they do a lot of drag backs. Like, it's not like they're running around doing 360s into step overs and rainbow like, it's not like that. It's just especially when they get into the box, they really like them drag backs. And any variation of that one. The thing is, you guys already know, I don't really use skills that much as Xhaka gets caught out. And again, we're just not able, caught out in the midfield and unable to recover in time. And we were really let off by a poor finish by Roberto Firmino. But yeah, them particular skills, I'm gonna have to learn the skills because I don't even know what skills are in the game. Like, if I use a skill, it will usually be a simple step over or something. So I'm getting caught out by just not knowing what the skills are and what could possibly come. But Guendouzi plays a nice ball into Maitland-Niles, who finds Lacazette opposite side of the field. Same result and almost the same finish on his left boot, drove it across the keeper, and even almost the same run. Almost the same through ball. It's like the AI really can't, like, look, he's made that run. I played it a little bit earlier this time, but the defender again just didn't track the run. And it's something that's a little bit worrying because this is a move that has infinitely worked throughout FIFAs. You know, the AI really have a tough time tracking that run. I really wish they would improve that and just make the AI just track the run all the time. But get ourselves level. Brilliant tackle right here as we're starting to put a little bit of pressure on Liverpool. Great through ball right there from Kolasinac into Ceballos, who strikes from range, forces a save out of Alisson. Less than 10 minutes in the game remaining right now. Roberto Firmino as Liverpool come forward, and look at Ceballos and Guendouzi. Look at Ceballos and Guendouzi with no attempt to get back. If they just got behind the ball and put some men behind the attack, we might not have conceded right there, but less than 5 minutes now on the clock, and Mo Salah has put Liverpool in front. And unfortunately, I'll go ahead and spoil it right now. That was the final attempt. The final attempt. That was a mix of attempt and chance. What am I doing? That was the final chance of the game, and Liverpool were going to leave the Community Shield winner. So we couldn't replicate what happened in Rome. What happened in Rome? Was it 2-0 to Arsenal? 2-1? 2-0? 2-2? I think it was 2-2. 2-1? Did Liverpool score? 2-1, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 or 1-0 or 2-0? I don't know, but we won. We couldn't get in this. Unfortunately, Liverpool left the Community Shield. But the good thing about the Community Shield is it only matters when you win. You know, when you lose the Community Shield, then it's just a glorified final, a glorified preseason friendly. Sorry, you know, it doesn't matter that we lost. But you know, going on about the late goal conceded in the speaking of press conferences, you guys really seem to enjoy the press conference. I mean, it was a little bit of fun. I enjoyed doing it, and I'm more than happy you guys want to see more press conferences. I'm more than happy to do them. It's just a matter of how we do them. Obviously, we wouldn't do them every episode. But maybe you guys could leave comments, leave questions in the comment section. Maybe what I could do, I could always create like a email address specifically for the career mode where you guys could send voice notes and have questions sent there that I could reply to. That would be something interesting. I mean, it's possibility. I guess it depends on how many questions we're getting. Like, if we're only getting one question per video, it's not really worth doing a press conference for, you know. But maybe we could build up questions throughout and do one press conference every few episodes. I don't know, it's an option, but you guys seem to enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. First Premier League game of the season is up. Aubameyang comes into the lineup, of course, as you'd expect. Midfield of Xhaka, Guendouzi and Ceballos. Mustafi and Holding at the back. This is due. I mean, we were pretty open in that game against Liverpool, as you saw. There were some mistakes that led to the chances, but generally we gave away. I felt like we were a little bit too open in that game. So I mean, I switched it up, went with Mustafi and Holding. That was a bit down to the match sharpness as well, which the training system I really like in this game so far. It gives you a reason to switch it up and a bit more management throughout the game. But we're on an attack right here. Lacazette finds Guendouzi. He switches it straight to Pepe. He's got Bellerin and acres of space on the right hand side. All we need is a good delivery right onto the head of Lacazette. And after scoring 2 goals in that first game against Liverpool, Lacazette steps up in the first Premier League game of the season. He's now scored the first goal of the series and the first goal of the Premier League season. 1-0 up at I don't even remember what this stadium is called. What is this London in the Olympic Stadium? Is it still called the Olympic Stadium? I don't know, but what's West Ham's old ground called? Upton Park. Let's just call it Upton Park. Go ahead and call it Upton Park. Beautiful stadium though, I can't even lie. But 1-0 up. Lacazette repaying my faith in him again, scoring, getting himself on the score sheet. Beautiful cross from Bellerin. Beautiful move as a whole, I would like to say myself. But West Ham coming forward again. Fornals plays it into Hala, and there goes that drag back again, working Mustafi like a goddamn, I don't even know, but pinball inside the box, and Leno goes and grabs it. I was actually going to mention something about Leno, but I noticed during episode 1, and I didn't mention because, like I said, I didn't even notice actually what I meant to say, is that we don't have Runnison in the game. So we will be looking to buy a keeper in January. I don't know who it will be, but you see Willian comes on for his first game as an Arsenal player, receives the ball to the feet from Matteo Guendouzi straight away and has space to turn, running into that position where you get them diagonal runs, and the AI, again, you see it just looks like they don't know what to do, and a little burst of pace here from Willian into the box, left foot across the goal, and gets himself on the score sheet less than, I mean, what, 20 seconds in real life time. Willian comes off of the bench, runs straight towards goal with his first touches of the game, and finds the back of the net, doubles our lead. West Ham really just didn't deal with it, and this, like, usually, I don't know, I was surprised as hell when we was able, I was kind of just waiting for something to open up, just waiting and waiting for something to open up. Nothing opened up in terms of a pass, but they kind of just let me drive through the middle, and we was able to get ourselves another goal. A 2-0 win in the opening game of the Premier League season against West Ham United, and I will take that one straight to the bank and back. 3 points on the opening day. You love to see it. Alexandre Lacazette on the score sheet, Willian on the score sheet, a clean sheet. You love to see it. And I would not, you know, I wasn't really, the last thing I would have expected would to be, for the first few games of the season, starting with Mustafi and Holding at the back. But like I said, everybody will get a chance, and whoever performs is gonna play. And like I said, it does come down to this training system. I'm really enjoying the gameplay in the first few games that I've played so far, and I'm really enjoying the training system. Like I said, it just gives you that added bit of management. Like, you can't just pick the same team every week. You can't just pick the best players if they're not match fit. You know, it gives you a reason to have to rotate your squad. And again, as you see, Holding and Mustafi, other than the chance Hala had and to hit the post, we was pretty solid in that last game with Mustafi and Holding at the back. So it's the same back four. Torreira comes in for Guendouzi to play alongside Xhaka and Ceballos. And a front three of Pepe, Laka and Aubameyang again in this one. So I mean, Gabriel, Saliba, they're the future of the back four, but they're gonna have to step it up. They're gonna have to get match sharp, and they're gonna have to perform, because against Liverpool they played, and I mean, they weren't as solid as I would have hoped. But Everton coming forward, obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin having a great start to the season so far, starting up front. Hopefully we can keep him quiet. James Rodriguez on the left hand side for them. Everton have a pretty good side, man. Other than Chelsea took all eyes were on Chelsea for the transfer window they had, but Everton had a banging transfer window themselves, signing Alan. Alan is the one that went under the radar. Alan is such a baller, but you know, went under the radar, signing for Everton in this transfer window. James Rodriguez obviously took all of the what's the word? All of the attention, and rightly so, because he's performing. We all know the talent that he has on the ball, but Xhaka dispossessing Fabian Delph and driving us forward right here as we head towards goal. 37 minutes on the clock. He's got Lucas Torreira to the right, Lacazette to the left. Lucas Torreira finds Pepe, and we're looking inside again. We're looking for that diagonal run, but Lacazette has found two men to his left. One is Ceballos, one is Aubameyang, and Aubameyang forcing a save out of Jordan Pickford, who I mean, I've been watching Everton. I've seen all of their games so far this season, and including the end of last season. Jordan Pickford, what is going on with Jordan Pickford, bro? What is going on with Jordan? What? I don't have anything else to say other than what is going on. He looks like the worst goalkeeper in England right now. Just everything that comes towards him, he looks like he doesn't know how to catch. Like I don't know. I mean, like I said, form is temporary, class is permanent, but Jordan Pickford has been looking horrible. Horrible. And like I said, even from the end of last season, he's been looking shaky. So I don't know what's going on with him. But header over the bar from Lacazette. Everton coming forward, trying to get their first attack on goal. And then when they get the ball in that position, you really have to be so careful. Because, like I said, they're so tricky with the drag backs. And just in these positions, one little turn could just put them in a real dangerous position. But Alan giving the ball away right there to Xhaka, who plays it into Torreira. He finds Dani Ceballos, a little bit of space opening up in the middle right there, as Ceballos again finding space for them long range shots. If he can get a little bit more power, maybe a little bit more further into the corner, we might be seeing some long range goals from Ceballos. Hopefully we could get Xhaka in that position, because we all know Xhaka boom is a real thing. Like, them long range shots, Xhaka's a problem. But Xhaka's playing a little bit more deep for me, is how I have him. But Pepe picking up the ball from that corner, back towards him, and a beautiful dink from Pepe into the back of the net. What a way that would have been to open up the scoring for this game and open up his account for the season as well. But unfortunately, chalked up for offside, and you actually see it right here. Rightly so. Offside. You can see Lacazette and Pepe were actually both offside. Lacazette a little bit more than Pepe, but both guys offside regardless. And Ceballos again driving forward, sliding a nice little pass into Lacazette. And Lacazette, but Michael Keane just came across a little bit too aggressively right there. But I mean, he had to come across and do something, because Lacazette was through on goal, and the form that he's been on the beginning of the beginning of this season, Lacazette, I mean, he had to come across and do something, because the way Lacazette's been playing, what is going on with what is going on with Carlo Ancelotti's hair, bro? Who's Maz? Who's Barber, bro? Who? I don't even know. But first penalty. Listen, I ain't played FIFA in general in so long before starting this series, let alone having a penalty. I couldn't even remember how to take penalties. So I was going to go for Aubameyang to take the penalty, but I could see that Pepe was substantially the better penalty take. I think Pepe's penalty rating was 86 or something like that. So he was much better. I decided to just go with a higher rating, because like I said, I couldn't even remember how to take the penalty, but you wouldn't guess it from the way I dispatched to that one. That is as good as a penalty gets. and I mean, it's annoying because as good as that penalty is, if Pickford had dived the right way, he would have saved it regardless. That's how the penalty system works on FIFA, and it really needs to be changed. That's something that really annoys me in FIFA. But Aubameyang skipping past John Joe Kenny, he actually roots to come back inside. He's gonna go for the finesse and just wide of the target. If you see right here, as the defender came across the challenge, I would have went for the far post as one of them benders, but it probably would have been blocked. So I decided to go for that near post, but unfortunately Aubameyang couldn't hit the target in that one. Everton coming forward again, just under 10 minutes, and just in the same fashion as that Liverpool game. I guess it's the Merseyside opposition that's doing it. We can see the late goal, and I can't even complain about that one, to be honest, because that one was on me. We dropped points again in this one. And like I said, I mean, Richarlison got the ball. Rob Holding was on him. He spanned Rob Holding. And I mean, in hindsight, I really should have just stayed with Holding and forced Richarlison wide. But I tried to switch to Tierney with him being closer. And we was just the wrong side of Richarlison. Unfortunately, we couldn't, you know, we couldn't get in front of him. And he drew level. And it's a hard one to take because we were the better team throughout that game. We defended well throughout that game, and you know, couldn't keep the clean sheet. Unfortunately, we defended well, and then that one mistake towards the end, and we dropped 2 points. But the first 2 games down of the Premier League season, we sit in 5th place. Obviously, some of these other teams have a game in hand to play on us, but a win and a draw, 2 good performances, I would say. I'm enjoying the gameplay. I'm really enjoying the gameplay. I'm really enjoying the behind-the-scenes stuff with the training and all of that so far. Hopefully, I mean, the one thing I've noticed is that it gives your players a bit too much of a boost. Like, I'm seeing some of the stats, when they've got good morale and good sharpness, I'm seeing some stats being boosted by almost 10. And that's just silly. That really needs to be toned down. I don't care how happy you are and how match fit you are. Like, you should be match fit. That doesn't mean you're 10 points faster than you usually are. Like, it's a bit much, but we'll see how it works out. We'll see how the training works out, specifically when games start picking up and we start getting midweek fixtures, Europa League and FA Cup and stuff like that. We'll see how it works during them. But leave a like, leave a comment if you're enjoying. Leave some suggestions on how we can maybe get the press conferences going more regularly. Maybe I could get Wolfie to come in, just ask some more questions, you know, send me, I mean, I speak to Wolfie pretty much every day, so it's nothing for me to shoot him a message. I'm sure he'll be happy to shoot me some questions. We could keep that going. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody again for all the likes and stuff on episode 1. It's going to be a lit career mode, but for now, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, peace.